All right, we are now live. Welcome to the Candy Shop. This is the Candy Shop meets, or
Mhm.
right,
Can you hear me?
and meets Ladies Night. We're
You can
live.
hear me? I can
Yes,
hear
we
you.
hear you. So again, I'm Candace. I'm going to introduce my panel. I have my cousin Lynn. Say hi, Lynn.
She frozen.
Hi, hi, you guys.
Yes,
I'm
and then
from.
my cousin Kenny.
All right, I'm gonna
Good
have to come back
evening.
out and come
Good
back in.
evening. Good evening. How you all
I can't
doing?
hear anybody.
Okay. He said he couldn't hear us. We have Bert. I'm gonna add him back to the stream, and then we have Lashida, Miss Carol. Who are you today, Lashida?
Let's see. I miss Carol today.
Let me remove it. Oh, you Miss Carol, aka Adore.
Okay.
So we have some other fellas joining soon. I want to thank you all for watching, but let's get right on into it. Oh, my computer just went out. Let's get right on into it. So the first question, I want to know about this. And hopefully oh, here comes Bert. Hey, Bert.
I'm back.
Okay, awesome. So first question, do men really reject women? And I want to hear from the men first. So, well, you know what? I'm gonna do ladies first because I want to see what the ladies think first. So I'm gonna ask Lynn. Lynn, do you feel men really reject women?
Um, yes. And I say that because if a guy feels like, or if you have rejected, well, let me. You know what? One thing about me, I always speak on my experience. I can only speak upon my experience. So I I may have hurt guys in the past. Like I don't try to, but it's some things that I do. I do unto others as they do unto me. I'm just gonna leave it at that. So with that being said, once I realized like, dang, okay, uh, I'm really digging you. I'm sorry. Let's make this work. But he already in his feelings because one thing I know, men when their feelings are hurt, it's really hurt. So they have to put on that man like that ego, like okay, it's nothing. But so when I mess up, I get rejected momentarily type of way. But at the end of the day, I always win. I come up on top.
Yeah,
But I will say, yes, men do reject women when they're in their feelings. Period. Okay, hold on. Let me get my wine.
All
All
right.
right.
Well, thank you, Lynn. I want to welcome Joy to the show. Hey, Joy.
Candace,
How
don't
y'all
put me
doing?
on
How
the
y'all doing? All
spot.
right. Good.
Yeah, so we're already into the conversation. We're asking the women first, do we feel men really reject women? And so my cousin Lynn said yes, she thinks they do. Lashida, what are your thoughts?
I think they try to, in a sense of rejection. No, they do, but not to where the female just blatantly knows that they're rejecting them. I feel like males always want to keep the upper end and feel like, oh, I can get back. I don't want to hurt her too much, but I can get her back. Even though she might just feel and all that, but I'm still gonna be in her ear. So I don't feel like men fully reject women.
Mhm.
I wish they would be more upfront and be like, I'm really, we're just not meant to be, or I'm ready to move on. But I don't feel like men do that. I don't feel like they have a definite stop, go. I think they might do the little things like, what is it when you block somebody? Like they'll block them, or they might not call, or
Ghost.
they do little things that you're supposed to subliminally know, or
But that's not subliminal.
well,
Hey,
not subliminal. Then I just feel like they just take the easy road out. Like they don't want to be upfront and be like, I think we're better for someone else.
yes.
I
And
feel like that.
I want to introduce
her.
I want to introduce Herman. Hey, Herman. I also want to say hello to Hannah. This is Bert's better half. She's on the road driving back home.
Hey, Hannah, how you doing?
Wow.
The question is, do men really reject women? I do want to set some ground rules. I forgot to say this. So let's try to keep our answers short since I have such a large panel. So I'm going to say this. I feel like men don't reject women. When it comes to a relationship, maybe yes, but when it comes to pussy, no. That's my answer.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
relationship, yes. When it comes to relationship, no. Okay, I hear that.
Yeah.
I just say I think it always depends
I'm
on.
going to call on y'all. Wait.
Oh, my fault.
So I want to hear Kenny first, my cousin Kenny.
Yeah.
Yeah, men do actually reject women. We
Thank
do.
you, Kenny. Thank you.
But we do it differently, I think. Whereas women, here's the thing: women's ego is such that they don't believe a man should reject them. So when it happens to them, they don't know how to handle it. So I can honestly say that we do, but we do it subtly. A lot of times, most men, I can't speak for all men, but most of us, we won't come out and say we're not feeling you. Our actions will show that we're not feeling you.
I just said that.
But
No,
some,
and I agree with you. I agree with what you said. I agree with that.
So I'm going to go to Joy. Joy, what are your thoughts?
I think it's circumstantial. I think in a lot of cases, I think if it's a woman that is off-putting, her personality, all of that, and she might she might feel me, and she might be so forward that I have to say, look, I'm not feeling you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're doing a lot, you're doing too much, and I gotta say it and make it clear. So it's nothing, no gray area for her to keep trying. And I think that's a circumstance that can happen. And in other circumstances where we have to be subtle, we have to be subliminal because there's a courting process that the women might be putting on at the time that we compete, and we trying not to like be rude, and we're trying to be still like good men about the situation, and that's why we have to do it subliminally and say things a little different and put it up. But men definitely reject women on both aspects, relationship and sex, just depending on the circumstance.
Okay, thank you, Joy. So Bert, I want to hear your answer on this.
Yeah, I'll piggyback off of that. Yeah, we will reject a woman, and we don't have to be emotional about it. That's all. Sometimes we just don't. Sometimes we don't want to be.
Bert,
I
come.
know there's a couple of stuff.
We can't hear him.
You know, I was pulled up.
You're going in and out.
You know, that's what it was. Break it. The best way we can, and sometimes that can come off a different way. But at the end of the day, yeah, we reject women.
Can't hear him.
Bert, you went kind of in and out. I don't know what went on. We heard bits and pieces of you.
Oh no, I just said,
He might need to come back in. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna pull you out and pull you back in. Okay.
Yeah.
Herman.
Yes.
Yes. What are your thoughts, Mr. Herman?
I feel like growing up, I always thought that dudes is never rejecting coochie or relationship or whatever. But now that I'm the man that I am at my age, in my past, I have rejected, and this is crazy, I have rejected intimate situations to the point where I'm in the room with a woman and she is undressed and I am undressed. And I have said no. So that's major. So, look, I can see everybody's face right now.
He's
like,
not lying though. He's not lying.
That happened to you, my guy. But I also feel like too.
Why?
Like, huh?
She said, "Why? Why did you?"
Who is that? Who is that?
Why? What did she do to cause that?
Nah, it wasn't nothing she did.
This is Lynn. I'm Candace's cousin.
Oh, Candace's cousin.
Hey.
Right. What's up?
Okay,
Candace?
answer my question.
Calm down. Take it.
She froze.
Give me the answer.
Oh.
I'm just thinking of this one situation. So it was for me at the time. It was a chick that was kind of easy. That a lot of brothers had already did that. You know what I'm saying? And then I got to the situation and I was like, oh yeah, this is easy. And then I was like, I ain't gonna front, I wanted to, but I was like, nah, I don't want to. And I just was like, nah, it's quiet for you, shorty. Like, you good. And then I just did it that because I wasn't really feeling it. It didn't feel like I conquered some, like it just didn't feel like I wanted to do that at the time where my mind was at. Like, now it's been other situations where I did the same, where I went through with a chick that was easy and all of that. But at that moment, I don't know what it was, just like, yo, I'm not for that today. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand how that can happen. But then on the other thing was on a relationship type tip, you could reject. I feel like, just like Joe has said, if a chick doing too much, or it just might not be the vibe. Like, y'all could go out on dates and chill and do all of that. And then when you get to chilling with somebody on a personal level, like we might be watching a movie together, you do some wild joke, or you might talk about a certain topic, and then you do something, and it's like, nah, it's quiet. Like, I don't even like you like I thought I did. It was cool doing text and all of that, but nah, it's quiet. And I'm a dude that'll tell it straight up. Like, yo, shorty, you cool, but this ain't about to be, you know what I'm saying? This ain't about to be what it is. So I agree that dudes do say that.
Well, Bert, can you hear us now? And I want to hear how you.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
So state your point one more time.
Yeah, one more again. Yeah, I agree. It is situational. You know, and a lot of times you don't gotta be on nothing. You don't gotta be emotional about anything. It's just at that time, you just not feeling that person.
Right.
That's all. That's all it is. We're just not feeling. We don't gotta be in a certain state or our feelings was hurt by somebody else or anything else like that. It's just that sometimes, and as far as it's so hard to believe, sometimes, man, we don't feel like being bothered at times. We just get like,
Yeah.
and we can pick up on the vibe of a woman sometimes, like, nah, it's not gonna work out right for me. So I'd rather go along and keep it pushing.
Yep.
Bird.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
can I say something real quick? Because I know we talk about, do men really reject? I feel like women really don't get rejected.
See,
Yeah, because say this.
I agree.
Can I say this?
I feel like a woman will hold the dude for a long, long time, and then be like, all right, boom, let's get it. They might reject initially, but they'll always make a way to get there.
Yeah.
True.
We reject men, and I'll say this for every woman on this panel, including the ones watching. I bet you we can answer in unison. We've never been rejected. Never. So
what? That's what? Candace,
But
we have never been rejected. I can't think of any woman that has been rejected by a guy.
Y'all all baddies, so I understand.
It's not about being bad.
I'm not saying, yeah.
It's not about being baddies.
Nah, it's not. But it's a certain way.
Baddie physically.
For one, nah, that's what I'm saying. For one, it's a certain way you carry yourself that wouldn't lead to rejection. So the choices that you guys probably made, though you might have your problems in relationships, the rejection part probably won't happen because of how you carry yourself and the choices you make. So, but for some women, the women that are getting rejected, 9 times out of 10, they're not carrying themselves well.
Right.
That's the major reason. A guy is usually turned off like because he just can't deal with her. So, you know, it's like, I don't want to have no baby by this chick. Even if it's that, like, I don't want to have no baby by this chick, so I ain't gonna fuck her. You know what I'm saying?
Is that when the drama comes? Behind the rejection.
Drama always comes.
Behind the rejection, the drama.
Angels usually the one saying no, I'm good, love. Exactly.
Yeah, because y'all gotta deal with like cat calls and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like a bunch of niggas just working and they like, hey, mama, I ain't
Rejected like that, yeah. Dudes get rejected all the time on cat calls and all of that. Or yo, mama, how you? Yeah, but
hey, mama. You know
not on it. Once you talking to a chick, I can't see a chick giving the dude their number. Well, dudes do be fucking up a lot. So yeah, dudes.
Herman, are you enjoying in like the same vicinity of each other?
We are not.
Oh, I hear like background.
It's an echo.
That's Shorty in the corner.
I got a delay.
No. Okay.
Yeah, you in the corner.
I'm gonna mute everybody.
I'm seeing delay.
Somebody have a TV on? I don't have a TV on.
I want to welcome Lee to the
Huh?
show.
Does someone have
Can
a
you hear
TV
me?
on?
I'm finna mute
Oh,
everyone.
damn, I couldn't even see myself.
Hi, Lee. So
What's up, people? How y'all doing?
I muted everybody. So this is the topic. Do men really reject women? And I want to hear your answer.
Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Can you hear me, Lee?
Okay,
Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay.
Of
So
course men reject women.
what? So
I
Lee,
can hear you.
please tell me a woman you've rejected. Tell me a story because I want to hear this.
Of course men reject women. Yeah. I had come on and heard you guys initially.
Is it delayed?
Oh my God, I rejected many women, Absolutely. My voice is like echoing, so I don't know what I'm doing
Sure.
wrong here.
Go out and come back in. I'm gonna remove you and then go out and come back in.
Okay.
Yo, that's crazy.
Okay. I'll unmute everybody. Okay. So
Yeah.
everybody should be unmuted.
Yo, the thing is, when you got a girl, you gotta reject women.
It's an echo. Man.
Oh, Bree says she hopes she gets. She just hopes she gets rejected. It's before the point of us both getting naked. Interesting.
Yeah. I've definitely rejected. I've rejected before we got naked. I know I have.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
usually we're not reject. Like once we're naked, it's no rejection at that point. It's like,
Has
hey,
anybody else in this thing ever rejected once naked?
No.
No.
you're unique in
No.
that situation, bro. You're unique.
After that,
No! Friend in here said it.
Yeah.
So Bree,
I'm gonna roll with God with that one.
Bree is an attractive lady. So I'm just shocked that she says she hopes she doesn't get rejected. I don't see her getting rejected at all.
Who said that?
who?
Her name is Bree. She's one of our followers. She says she has got rejected. That is crazy.
Yeah, chicks get
That's
rejected.
because you was just too drunk that time, Bree. That was it.
Lee, how's the connection now?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm a little slow on the uptake, y'all.
So
So
please,
it's a long day.
what woman,
I'm sorry, say again.
what woman have you rejected?
I've actually rejected a lot of women, a lot of women, I should say. It depends on a couple of circumstances. Sometimes it's because of hygiene issues. Sometimes crazy is just crazy. All pussy ain't good pussy. So, so it depends on how you do it. Sometimes you have to be brutally honest. I've had situations where, I'm getting, I'm in the mortal words of
Everything is
Bernie Mac
frozen.
when I'm getting pleasure, and
On
then
my
you getting ready
end.
to get down with the
Okay.
get down, and you do the scratch and sniff test, and it ain't right. That's when you say, "Baby, I'm good." Baby, I'm good. It ends right there. Then you've had situations where, if I'm trying to talk to you and I'm not feeling that vibe, I'm brutally honest and blunt, Then of course you got the nice kiss off too, So I heard you ladies say it when I first came on, Candace, you said that trust you ladies have never been rejected. So that's a beautiful thing if you're walking around and you've never had that experience, but that's not normal. And even beautiful women get rejected. Sometimes it's just the vibe is not there, so it happens.
I don't know. I don't know. That's interesting. Maybe one day I'm married now. Well, maybe I'll experience it one day. I don't know, but I've never been rejected. And I know Hannah Bert said, or Hannah, I can't even talk. Hannah said she has never been rejected as well. I'm gonna unmute you, Lynn. Is it working for you now? Are we unfrozen for you? I think it's still a delay.
Yeah,
I
I
hear.
can mute, but it's like a delay.
Okay. So I do want to go on to the next question. Is there such thing as an alpha female? And I want the men to answer this. We kind of talked about this on the ladies show, but I want the men to answer. So I'm going to mute the ladies. Who wants to go first? We'll have Kenny.
I believe there's alpha females.
Oh, Bert, go ahead, Bert.
Yeah, I believe there's alpha females out there. They know what they want. You know, they don't put up with the nonsense. And they about their business. They don't feel like they need a man to validate them. So yeah, there are females out there that are like that.
I agree. And the reason why I asked is because I had a man tell me there's no such thing. But I want to hear the rest of the men. So, Herman, what are your thoughts?
Damn, niggas came to me second. Damn. Alpha female. Dang, I want to sound biased, bro. This is crazy. I feel like a woman can think she's an alpha.
Yep.
But in a relationship, there's no way you can be an alpha in a relationship because the male is always the alpha. And he controls that relationship, and what has to happen is that in that relationship. Now, if the male is incompetent, then that's when the female can practice those alpha characteristics. But she'll still never be the alpha because the dude gonna get it together and be like, yo, listen, some stuff is not gonna. Now, if you're just in a relationship with a girl that's just running the show, bro, you need to get out fast. You need to get out fast and regroup your whole situation. But I just think that dudes are normally the alpha, and that's not just human nature. That's mother nature. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like women can have those characteristics, but I don't. If you're in a situation now. We live in 2021 where there are woman-woman relationships. So I understand if you want to go like that, it could be under that circumstance where a woman can be an alpha. But if a woman is in a heterosexual relationship with a male, I don't think a woman can be she could be an alpha for herself, but not for the relationship.
Okay.
The male is always going to be the alpha, and he's the one that's supposed to make all decisions and supposed to be this. I mean, you could compromise and do all of that and give opinion, but usually how it's going down is male is situation.
Okay, I can see that. Joey, what are your thoughts?
Yo, you talk too much. You talk too much. You talk too much. Hold on. Yo, I honestly agree. I'm always like it could be this way or that way type of thing. So I 100% agree with Herm's point with the woman can believe she's the alpha. I don't want to sound sexist because there's some strong women out here. So I think that the strongest trait of a woman can be understanding her role in the relationship. So I think that the mindset is often confused with alpha. And I think because she's a strong woman, it's been confused with, it's almost like the say happy Father's Day to me because I'm a single mother thing. And it's like, but you're not the father. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel with the alpha thing. Like you can be a strong woman, just like a mother can provide strong things to her son without a dad in the presence, but it's not really the real thing. So I think that's my point on that for real.
Okay, thank you, Joey. I'm gonna go to Kenny. What are your thoughts?
I just Googled the definition of what an alpha female is, and the definition is an alpha female is a powerful and a successful woman, often in a leadership role. Alpha females are often described as intimidating by men and women alike. Do I think that women can be alpha? Yes, I do. I think the thing with alpha female women is they have to find that balance between a masculine and a feminine. A lot of alpha women tend to lean more toward their masculine traits rather than their feminine traits. So that's where you have to have a balance. So do I believe those type of women out there? Of course, I think so. You just got to learn how to. You can't be intimidated by them as a man.
All right, thank you, Kenny. I agree. Freddie or Lee, what are your thoughts?
I agree with Kenny. You know, I get where the other two brothers was coming from. I respectfully disagree. I think in a perfect world, it would be what they said. But I do believe that women are alpha females, and I think it's out of necessity. And that's what makes it kind of sad. In a perfect world, the man is built to take the lead, but we know that that's not reality. Unfortunately, the world we live in is a lot of women do, in fact, have to take the lead on more levels than one. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, first of all. So, to Kenny's point about disagreeing with it, let's be honest for a second. No matter, let's forget anatomy, forget sex. Some men aren't good leaders. They just aren't cut out to be good leaders. You have some brothers, they might be good and hardworking. I call them the construction brothers. You put a hat on their head, wind them up, and push them out the door, and they're going to go make that money, grind, hustle. That doesn't necessarily mean they know how to make good decisions, to keep a household running, to make smart decisions, to get you to the next level. And unfortunately, I think women have had to take on those roles, and many of them are better at it than men, to be perfectly frank with you. And to the point that Kenny was saying, finding that balance, here's the other reality. If you're in a relationship, people talk about 50-50. There's no such thing. There are moments in a relationship when you're not giving all you can, and that woman, if she's a good woman, has to step up and keep that boat moving in the right direction. Give you an example. When I first got married, I'm young, I lost my job. Well, my wife is working. Now, the reality is at that point, we had to kind of switch roles a little bit, Now, with that said, was she making decisions in terms of the roles of a husband, of a wife? No. I'm still a man, and then a smart man too is, if you have, it's my opinion, that's all it is. If you have that alpha female woman who's better at making money than you, making decisions, that's okay, because she can rule the other rooms long as you rule that bedroom.
Yo, bro, you are.
My turn.
Herman, let the ladies talk now.
My turn.
Oh, my bad. Can we come back after this?
Yeah, we can come back.
Okay. Yo, I gotta say something to that.
So, Lashita, you can go.
I just want to say a little bit. Yeah, I'm one of the 50-50 people. I expect 50-50 out of a relationship. I can also consider myself an alpha female because of being definitely confident and being able to be in a leadership position, being in a teaching position. But what I won't accept is to take on the roles of a male. I expect certain things that are the 50 that are expected of a male. I can be patient. I won't be a teacher of those things because I don't feel like I should be a grown man's mother or a teacher in that position. So I'm not one to teach you those skills or what I expect. I mean, these are things you go acquire, you go, get the skills or should have them before we even, I'm not in for relationships to teach those things. If we're going to grow, we're growing together, but not for leadership. You know what I mean? Reasons. These are other things. These are escalating on our growth, not I'm here and waiting on you to meet me. So some of the things, not really, being more of a alpha female, business wise, not really the emotional or role as far as a family. See what I'm saying?
I agree. Lynn, do you want to go?
Yes, I do.
All right.
I spoke on earlier. I only on my experience because I have grown to be the protector, the provider from a child. Cousin Kenny can contest to that.
You're freezing.
Coming into relationships, I may have not full alpha female. I had to that held down to make sure that the bills were paid, that the food was on the table, that the kids were taken care of. That was my choice. I can never blame my significant other or at that time because that's what I accepted. But because of how I was raised, of being that protector, that was being that provider, I looked at being that type of female because I dealt with, unfortunately, with that accepted me being the alpha. Did I want it? Did I want that role? No. So I was blessed enough to be in a relationship to where he's the alpha. And all I had to do was just fall back. I wasn't used to that though, because of my past relationships. So yeah, was that alpha? Did I want that title? No, but I had no choice.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I can agree.
I did. Like I said, I ended up meeting one that. Go ahead, cuz.
All right. Well, thank you for that, Lynn. I definitely agree with you. I myself am an alpha female, not only because of just personality wise, but I'm the oldest child, and I was the oldest child of a single mother. So I had to step up and be the leader and help my mother a lot of times with situations and make decisions. And Lee, I didn't get to say this on your show, the emotional incest. You did a show about it. And so that was something I encountered as a child. A lot of adult situations at times could be put on me because of my single mother. And so that's how I became the alpha female. I learned how to be resilient and just keep going in tough situations. And then in the business world, because I'm a manager now at my company, so I have to be a leader in that sense. Now, when it comes to a man, I'm looking for an alpha man. I want some man that at times I can be feminine. I can show my feminine side. I don't have to always make the decisions. I can lay on his chest, all of that. That was what I was looking for in my husband. So I didn't have to be the alpha female in my relationship, but I will say this, I find it very disrespectful when my alpha husband makes a decision without talking to me. So that's how I feel about that. So we're going to regroup. I know Herman wanted to say something else. Go ahead, Herman.
Is the alpha male, is the alpha female the same thing as a mother?
No, I wouldn't say that. No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like people taking mother and alpha female too different.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like a mother is a mom. The stuff y'all are doing are motherly type things. Teaching, doing that. That's a mother nurture. That doesn't make you an alpha female. You know what I'm saying? You can never be with an alpha. I never even heard of alpha female until like 2020. Like I don't know where this came from. Where did you find that at, kid?
It's the unveiling of the female.
It's to me, I believe that Kenny's definition can be correct, right? But I think that for me, I know I can speak for just me, where I was confused at was when you speak to alpha male and then is there an alpha female? I was speaking to it as levels. So I don't think that they can be an alpha female in the same room with an alpha male. I think that alpha females were created out of necessity.
Mm-hmm.
Not a disrespectful term. That's for lack of a better term. But I think that the things that you guys do, being leaders, I think that's a role that you guys are capable of. I'm not necessarily to say that. I was only speaking in the relationship term because
right, me too.
I believe that women should be leaders of America, should be leaders of the world. But as far as the alpha position, I think that there's I was only speaking to the relationship part because I think that it'd be asinine to think that a woman is always a victor in the world. That'd be stupid to think that she's in this position. We can't give her this leadership position because she's a female. That's stupid. So I think that, especially in Lynn's situation, I think there was when you come across men, you were just coming across certain men that were just not ready. Right. Where you are a ready female, and now that you're in your situation with your alpha male, now you're experiencing what you should have been experiencing. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's where the understanding of, I can understand alpha in this, and maybe there should be a different term, unless we just broaden it out for that. You know what I mean? But there's no disrespect when I said that I don't believe that there can be an alpha female. I believe that women should be and can be leaders. I think that I was just speaking to the relationship role. If you're a woman and you're leading in your relationship, that relationship is going to fail. I believe.
That makes sense. No, I totally agree with everything you just said. That makes sense.
Oh, Lee,
Amongst
Lee wanted to add.
Amongst females, though.
Yes,
hey,
sir.
what to do?
Yeah. You go lead, girl. Go ahead, lead, girl.
Girl,
Yeah.
you're the alpha of all the females.
Yeah. Y'all lead that silhouette challenge.
Oh my goodness. Lee.
Or the busted challenge, yes.
Oh,
Who are
I'm
you talking to?
muted. Okay,
Yeah.
Lee.
I just want to add the last part in there. I love that we're finding all common ground because we're looking at the terminology of it. But I will say, I don't think, again, I want to reiterate, I don't think it necessarily means it will fail. The reality to me is not everybody's cut out to be a leader. You know, just because you're born with a penis don't mean you're a leader. You know, now in a good relationship, it's about respecting those roles. An example you gave, Candace, about you being an alpha female and you chose an alpha male. And so the wisdom and the beauty in that is, you know when to step back to keep a healthy relationship. You added there at the end that because you're an alpha female, you would feel disrespected if he doesn't consider you in those decisions. So that's where a wise alpha male, if he's also choosing an alpha female, can make those decisions. Because here's where the detriment comes in. I'm from a family of 11. My mom is the very definition of an alpha female, out of necessity. But where it hurt her is my mom is 83 years old. She's never been able to find a man to be there because she's too much of an alpha female and will not relinquish any part of that. And so even when there have been suitors, she ran them off. And I see that in real life sometimes, to where when a guy comes around, sometimes you can bite your nose despite your face. And so that's where the caution has to come in.
Yes, and I think sometimes some women lose that femininity or that vulnerability because we're taught so much to like just be resilient and get over things and not have feelings that sometimes we won't find a man. But I'm all for being. I'm a cry at the drop of a hat if I have to. That's just me. So
Me too.
Yeah, it's okay for men to cry as well. And hey, Kadia. So, did anybody else have anything that they wanted to add to this?
Yeah, I'm with who is it? Somebody was saying that I don't like when females try to take on the alpha male role, like, oh yeah, I don't need a man, and I am Father's Day. No, you're not.
Yeah.
And then they're the same ones that wonder why they're not in a relationship, or wonder why they're not married, wonder why they have multiple, situations or kids.
At times, oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, I'm not fond of that. Like, you can be strong, but stop trying to. I mean, yes, you got to make up till he gets there, but you claiming it, you owning it. You don't want to. No.
And Kanea saying she loves fake crying with her husband at work. Yes, when you act like, oh, woe is me, men fall for that.
I hope he see this.
Yeah, for real.
He's still gonna fall for it. He's still gonna fall
It's
for
gonna
it.
last too
Yeah,
much
he
longer.
better fall for it. He's smart. Yeah, here she go with this again.
Right.
I wanted to speak to what Lashida said about women saying that they're the mother and the father and all that. Sometimes that comes from a hurt place because you've had to do it all. It's like, why are we not done it all? So I don't fight them for being like that. That's what they choose to do. I would never do it, even though I was a single mother. But I'm not gonna judge them for that because I don't know what they've gone through to feel that way.
Keep thinking, y'all. Keep thinking that.
Keep thinking. What? What'd you say, Herman?
Come on with the fake cry.
The fake cry does what it does.
Now I know.
Hey, Candace, can I say something? I know I'm in a delay. Candace, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah, we can
ma'am.
hear
So
you.
I will say, I'm dominated that I'm a dominating woman, but the most satisfying pleasure that I can get, man, like that is the most gratification that I could ever appreciate in my significant other, is to where I can, for a change, become submissive in certain aspects. Because like I said, I've always been the alpha. So to finally be with someone to where I can become submissive and become who I am as a woman, as a queen, that's all I wanted, is to be a queen. That's the best feeling in the world for me.
Yes.
And I'm gonna end it on that.
Yes, I agree. I'm gonna unmute the fellas, and DJ said, "Oh, y'all didn't tell me it was a party." Yes. So I want to go to this next question. I'm gonna mute the ladies because this next question I do want to hear from men, because they always telling us, I'm gonna unmute you men, and unmute yourselves if you can. But what do you expect to bring to the table? Because this question gets asked a lot. I'm confused as to what we need to bring.
Bring your spend the night bag. Bring your spend the night bag. That's all you need to bring.
In your sane mind. If you can bring your sane mind, it'll be perfect. Just your sane mind. That's all right. I don't care what else. Listen, we could go get your spend the night bag. Just bring the uncrazy side. We'll be fine.
I agree. Leave that crazy shit out.
But to be honest,
I got two answers for you. I can't hear you, Candace. You're muted.
Can you hear me? Okay.
I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
So, Joey, I wanted you. Did you finish your point before I muted?
I was just saying, to be honest, just patience, and honesty, and that's it. Like, physical attraction is the first attraction, so you're gonna be physically attracted in some way to the person. So at that point, in order to build, just be patient so we can learn, and just be honest so we can teach, and that's how that goes.
All right. Well, thank you. So I'm gonna go to Lee, and before I go to Lee, DJ said common sense. He's so disrespectful because I feel like we established that, but
no. Well, see, just so you know,
common sense.
okay. Just so you know, I was going to go where DJ Solomon was started from. Look, I can give you an intellectual answer, and then I can give you a street answer. So the intellectual side of me agrees with D. Common sense. Here's the reality. As men, we're really not that complicated. I promise you. So when you say you keep getting asked this question, and then a comedian talked about this before, women like to read magazines and 100 ways to please a man, and oh my God, this and that. It's really not that complicated. A comedian said it best, and I know this is a family-friendly show. Feed me, fuck me, and shut the fuck up is what he said. So I'm going to elaborate on that. Honestly, it is common sense. There are common sense, normal things that the expectation is to bring to the table. To expound on that, honestly, match me, in all honesty. For me, match my energy is my thing. You can't ask for something you're not bringing. That's where the problem comes in, to where if you asking for something way above your means, we have to be realistic. Now, I work for a living. My expectation has to be real. I can't go get Rihanna. I wanna. I'd love to knock her down, but I can't get her. So the reality is I have to stay within my lane. My thing is, and when I say I can't get her, that's not saying that if I was in the same room with her, my game is weak. I'm just saying that, but I'm saying she's not in my stratosphere. My thing is, what I want you to bring to the table is simple things. I work, so I expect you to work. I'm a clean, decent, educated, articulate man. That's what I want, because you can't be unevenly yoked with somebody that's not matched. It's never going to work. If I'm educated and I got some chick that basically is so far down the educational totem pole, we're not going to have a whole lot of things in common. It's really very simple, to be honest. Just match the energy I bring. But when we even break it down at the most pedestrian level, honestly, look, make sure we have the basic necessities. Don't talk so much, and have some decent enough sex, to be honest with you. And that changes for everybody else. But all that unnecessary yapping and, shit like that, that's the shit that runs a man off. You know what I'm saying? And so you have to be evenly yoked. We talked about this on my show. Me personally, I don't expect you to be super intelligent to the point that in a relationship, I got to fight with you just to have a simple conversation. I can watch CNN News if I want to be intellectually stimulated. Turn that shit off. When we at home by ourselves, let's have a common, real conversation where we can truly get to know each other. We don't have to eat out every night. It's pretty simple. So something enough to fill our bellies up. And when we lay down at night, oh my God, let's just be pleasing to each other. Match my level of freakiness. If I'm sucking toes, you better damn well the baby sucking toes too. So it's pretty simple.
Well, Lee, I can match everything but sucking toes. I'm not sucking on no man's feet.
You ain't had your toes sucked right then.
Okay, Lee, So Kenny, what are your thoughts?
I kind of agree with a lot of what Lee said, but it's pretty simple. I just think bring an attitude of teamwork. Just bring. That's all you got to bring. I mean, just like we can work together. Like I gotta trust you. If you got my back, I got your back. That's all. It's really simple. And just like what Lee said, man, we pretty simple, man. As far as men, we don't ask a lot, and I know I don't. I mean, just long as I know that you got my back and we got each other and we can work together, shoot, we can conquer the world. We can be a power couple. That's it for me.
Well, thank you, Kenny. Herman, did you say your response?
Hell no, I ain't say my response yet. Shit, I got shit to say about this shit.
Here, keep it sweet.
Oh, we gotta keep it, cause all y'all other brothers is tripping. Nah, let me stop. Yo, Lenny, I ain't gonna fret. You said it, or Kenny, Lenny, my bad. What? You said it. You stole my answer. I was gonna say keep the same energy. Like the energy is key, bro. Like if you want the same wave I'm on, it's no way we can get mad at anything, or we can always talk about stuff. We can always compromise about things. It's no way we can get upset about anything. So I think if you keep the same energy, we can always have a conversation if there is a disagreement. So that's really all that cook, clean, all of that. Bro, I cook, I clean too. You feel me? Like I make up the bed too. I wash the toilet, I wash the tub. Like, bro, like if you're in a relationship and you not washing the tub or she not washing the tub, y'all just don't need to be together. But I feel like if the energy is up, then you just gotta keep the same energy I'm at. Now, this is the last thing. Now, if you dealing with a chick or a woman that's not on the same level as you, it's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be difficult because you're always gonna be you're always gonna be expecting something from her that she's not capable of doing, because that's never been how she was. So you gotta know going into this situation that that's why it's imperative to go on dates, go out, talk, speak, be on the phone, do the FaceTime till 6 a.m, all of that, so you can learn the person. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when you make the decision. All right, I'm gonna be with her for this amount of time because I rock with her on this type of level. And then after that, the natural matriculation is, all right, well, I'm gonna propose, I'm gonna do this, then we gonna get married because I rock with her, not because I'm just accepting her for who she is. Nah, bro. Like it gotta be a certain level of energy that everybody is on the same accord with. So.
Okay, I definitely agree.
Yeah.
So I want to go back to Bert, the ghost. He reminds me of Ghost. Did you get the answer?
What about with this topic?
Yes.
Yeah. Basically, this is my whole thing. Again, I agree with everybody on the panel said. We are not sophisticated creatures here. We are very simple and very basic.
energy, conversation, rocking out, riding with us, not counting the miles when you're riding with us, the whole nine. That's what it's really about with men. All right, point blank, period. It's not, you know, we're trying to figure out the cure to cancer or anything like that. It's just, this is just basic stuff here. It's really basic, you know. Just bring again what the one brother said, bring good energy, good conversation, match me, you know, push me, have my back. That's all we're looking for. We're not looking for anything else.
Thank you.
It's not that complicated for us.
Thank you. So I'm gonna go to the ladies now. I'm not gonna answer. This is funny. Angel says she's so perplexed because the men did give like different answers, but I want to talk to Sheeta, Hannah, and Lynn. I'm not gonna answer, but I'm gonna start with Sheeta first.
What should women bring to the table?
Just your views on what the men said, and then we gonna go. Sheeta has a special question for the men. But
Y'all skip to that.
What'd you say?
Can I skip to that?
No, I want to hear let me unmute the ladies. So Hannah, Lynn,
Can
do
I
y'all have
go real
anything?
quick? Can I get something to give?
Yeah.
Cause I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
Can I go ahead and get back off? It's going to be dark anyway.
Okay, Hannah, you can
I
go.
I'm going to say two things. One, as a lot of people are saying that if we match the same energy, then everything's okay. But that's not for every man. And just like men don't want us to speak for every female, you can match the same energy, and a man still will find, some men, not all, will find flaw in that what you're doing, or they think you try to be them or better than them. Every man does not think the same way, and I feel like what you guys are saying on the panel, I agree you should, because I believe in you should match the same, you know, keep that same energy. But also opposites attract. So somebody does not want their equal. Somebody wants something different. So I don't think in that case it always is the same. Also, can I say one thing about the alpha female? It was real dark on the road. I couldn't say anything. I just wanted to say I agree with Candace as far as being an alpha female, because I had no choice, especially when I was in corporate America, being the only woman in position surrounded by men. I didn't have that choice. So yeah, I was an alpha female. However, being as so, I know that my man was still, in my opinion, is still the head of the household. And I know that even though as strong as I can be, I still know that the man is the man. I feel like you can be both. And a lot of people say that, I was listening to a lot of people saying that if you're in the relationship, then you can't be alpha female, which I agree, you can be alpha female. I just think that you know when to tame it down and let the man still be the man. So I feel like you can still be that woman, but you still know that at the end of the day, it's still a man. If you're making more money than him, that's still the man. It does not matter. And I think a lot of people say that they're alpha female, but then they try to emasculate a man, and that's not what alpha female is. So you can be an alpha female with your own right. You can't just make a man feel like he's not a man just because you're strong and uplifting yourself.
Yes, thank you, Hannah. So I wanted to ask or answer DJ's question. He said, who's all married? So I'm going to go through this. So, of course, I'm married. Lynn has been married. Kenny has been married. Lashida is single. Herman is single. Joy is single. Hannah has been married and is now with Bert. Lee has been married, and Bert has been married, and he's with Hannah. So I hope I answered everybody. Herman, you been married before, Herman? You muted, Herman. I can't unmute you because you muted yourself. Oh, go ahead.
I'm not single anymore.
You what?
Just no. I said I'm not single anymore. By the way, just to let you
Oh,
know.
you married?
No, I'm not married. I've been in a relationship for the past
application single. You application single.
But yeah, I've been in a relationship, so it's kind of like my thoughts and opinions about things might be a little different.
So I know, but
I'm probably right there. So you got to say things a little different.
Go ahead, Lee. I'm gonna meet the ladies again because I want to ask Lashida's question. But go ahead,
Joe.
Lee.
Come on, Joe. You know the vibe.
Oh, Lee, you're muted. Let me unmute you. Go ahead.
I want to squeeze in one last point because I don't want it to get lost. Hannah said that not all men are the same and opposites attract. I don't want people to confuse not being opposites attracting with meeting the same energy. Those are two separate things. Opposites attracting speak to the emotional, intellectual, mental part of it. Yes, nobody wants the same person as them. I'm an opinionated asshole. There's no way in the world that I would want a woman to be like me, to be an opinionated asshole. I need her to balance all of those things out that's different from me. Having said that, she still needs to match my energy when it comes to the important direction we're moving in as a couple. So my thing is, I like violent shit on TV. I like sex and violence. So most women that I've been in relationship with or married, they won't even watch horror movies. They like Petticoat Junction and shit like that. We're opposite in a sense, but when it comes to the important things, decisions about how we handle money, how we raise children, what are our spiritual and religious beliefs. So I don't want it to be confused that just because you're an opposite, that that still means that you won't have the same energy. So you can be my opposite. I don't want you to think like me. I want you to challenge me, because by challenging me, you're going to make me a better person because I'm going to challenge you. I'm not going to get no woman that I can't push to be the best she can be. So we going to push each other and be different, but I still need you to match my energy, and I don't want that point to get lost.
Well, thank you, Lee. Thank you, all the guys that have answered this question. We'll keep this as one of the last questions. This is Lashida's question. I'm going to put it up there. And I want the fellas to answer. Let me unmute the fellas. Joey and Herman, you guys have to mute yourself.
In college, I had guys that said, in college though, had guys that were like, oh, that's a deal breaker.
So before you guys answer, Lashida, well, I'll say this. Is this something, is this a deal breaker for you, Lashida? Is this something that you're not wanting to do? I didn't want to put your business out there.
I got to answer this.
Where did all the women go on this question?
It's not a women's question, it's a male.
Still, where did they go?
It was as a woman, Lashida, as a woman, I'm a very sexual person, and so this is something that's going down. So, and I hope I answered. What I want to hear is me.
I'll answer first. I'll go first for you guys. So short story, I got married at 21. I married a virgin. At the time I was a minister. So when I got married, now I grew up in Harlem, New York, so I had a lot of sexual experiences. Candace knows this about me. I had sex with my cousin when I was 7 years old, and I'm the youngest of 5 brothers. I was exposed to prostitutions, all kind of stuff. So I was highly sexually active, from an early age. I found religion. I was an actual minister. I got married at 21. My wife was 19 years old. She moved directly from her mom's house to all of a sudden she was a wife. So now I'm a godly man, and in our religion, we were Jehovah's Witnesses. And under the tenets of Jehovah's Witnesses, oral sex is considered a form of bestiality. At the time, that's what it was considered. So here I was accustomed to get my Jimmy done, and now I'm married because she held out. She was a virgin, and I'm thinking it's wedding night. We getting ready to crack it and get down, and we screwing like rabbits. And it came to the oral sex part, and no, I need to ask the brothers about this. So I'm gonna make this story short. At that time, Jehovah's Witnesses viewed oral sex as a form of bestiality. And I was faithful to my wife for the first year, but I missed oral sex so bad. That's literally why I cheated. To be honest, I loved my wife, but I missed oral sex because there was things missing in the sexual component of the relationship that just wasn't going to go away. Now, that's the young me. Here I am now at this stage. So I've gone through stages. What I tell you now, is it a deal breaker? Yes. For me, but I met men who could care less about oral sex, whatever. For me, everything starts with me getting head. Everything. Nothing's going to happen unless you give me head. It's going to jump. I've never asked a woman, am I going to get her? I plop it in her head. It's going to happen. Let's not pretend that I've literally never said, hey, also, you're going to get it. No. We're doing our thing, and my thing is coming out, handle your business. It's not going to happen if I'm not getting head. Now, actually, the quality of my performance is going to depend on the quality of your head. So you need to, for me personally, you need to get prepared to be good at it, because if not, I'm gonna give you my C game. Ain't no damn way you'll give me some sloppy, lazy head, and then you think I'm gonna come in there and be handling all the business with you. Learn how to give head, get good at it. For me, it's a must. It is a deal breaker.
Okay, thank you. Can I just add this before all the men answer? As Black women, when growing up, you're taught that giving head, you're a hoe, and that's something that white girls do, and they shame you for doing it. And so a lot of times we are late bloomers in learning that. And I'll tell my story. I'm not ashamed, because I'm sexual just like anybody else. But I'll tell my story after you guys talk. But just know that as Black women, we're shamed from the very beginning about doing that. So I'll let you men go. Who wants to go next? I'll let Bert go.
He stole my thunder. He stole my thunder. But yeah, if I'm giving it, I'm just gonna piggyback off what he said. If I'm giving it my all, listen, man, there gotta be something in return. All right, and you know what? And I'll say that's for almost any and everything. You know, if I'm giving you my all, if I'm giving you 100%, I'm expecting that 100% back. Whether it's in the bedroom, whether it's any other area of our relationship, if I'm giving you my all, you got to get that back to me. But I agree 100%. When it comes to head, please, yes. Because I'm giving you my all. I'm trying to do a home run each and every time, so I can be blessed.
Bert, you have me over here cracking up. All right. So, Joey, do you want to answer?
Yo, I think that I mean, it's sex. I think it's a part of sex. Like, once you get into it, I know I'm giving my all. Like, if I come across the female that's just like, I'm not doing that, I'm not gonna flip out and be like, oh, you gotta get out. Cause at that point I'm like into it, you know what I'm saying? So of course I want to finish, but it's like she probably not gonna get another call from me. Like, or the way I'm gonna act is gonna be naturally different. Like, I might even in my head, I might be like, don't be cool, be nice, woo woo. But I know I'm gonna be like, nah. It's hard to come back from. If somebody's been better, like way better, like a girl that's done it has already been way better than you if you've never done it. And if you're not willing to, then it's gonna get crazy. It's gonna get crazy.
I agree. And I want to read before I get to the other man. Bree said that's what they be saying white girls do is shoot. I mean, I do, but damn, laughing my fucking ass off. So it's true. In our community, we're always told that white girls do this, white girls do that, and black girls don't do it. So, but let me say this: black girls, we do it too. So
no, that's a fact too. But Plies got a song called "Give Me That Becky." Come on now.
Yeah, Bree, like Joey said, Plies song, "Give Me That Becky." Right. That is correct. So I don't know what man was next. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next. I keep it short.
Kenny.
I keep it short and sweet. Like the late great Bernie Mac said, I would want some special attention. You feel me? I want it. So is it a deal breaker? I mean, if she got that wop, we can make accommodations. So I ain't gonna kick her out the bed, but I would like some special attention. So I don't know. It's 50-50. It depends on what that wop working with. So that's my answer.
She going head no. She going head no. The girl that doesn't do fellatio is going to hear no a lot.
And the question was marriage. In marriage, is it a deal breaker? So
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it
Right.
might not be a deal breaker in just regular, but in marriage, that's for life.
Right.
Niggas is not.
Right. Yeah,
Boy,
that's a whole totally different
Exactly.
situation. You talking about
Exactly.
marriage. You talking about you ain't and I gotta break my neck on you, and you ain't reciprocating. Oh no, that ain't happening. No, we gonna be in divorce court the next day. It ain't going down. Something. Yeah,
Gonna
that's
be
a
all up
wrap.
in Judge Mathis face, like.
Candace, can you
That's a
hear
wrap.
me?
so
Yes, I can hear you, Lynn.
for me,
Candace,
Yes.
can you hear me? Okay, because it looks like only females. So I just want to say, bro, Kenny, sister Candace, I know we related, but y'all already know I just keep it 100. The biggest satisfaction for me is when I do what I do, that's the best satisfaction for me. Like when I moved to I'm from the 80s. What we did in Nacogdoches, Texas, it was norm. We gave head like it was nothing. That's what we did.
Oh,
So when I
wow.
moved to Milwaukee, because I hung out with guys, my guys, they was like, "What? You give head?" I was scared to that, but I'm a pro what I do. From what I'm told. But y'all might want to delete that because I'm sorry. I've been drinking this tall glass of wine and I'm tripping right now. But you wouldn't let me get in. I was trying to speak, but you had me on mute. And I'm like, but I will say, the biggest gratification that I can give, because I love satisfying my man. So that is the ultimate for me to please him, and not just to give him head, but to make him get what he got to do. It ain't just sucking. No, you got to make him reach that ultimate. Okay, Candace, go ahead and delete that part. I'm done. I'm about to sign out, though. I enjoyed y'all because this wine right here, the y'all getting tripping. I'm good. Oh, y'all be easy. I gotta know my limitations, but I enjoyed you guys because it's just me and you. And this is no.
It's other
God
women
bless
here.
y'all.
Their camera's not on. Okay.
Okay,
So Lynn,
can I say
I'm here.
something?
I'm here. Yeah.
Okay.
And
I ain't even get my shit off yet.
yeah, I ain't saying nothing. Herm wants to talk. I'm not saying nothing. Listening.
okay, go
Hey,
ahead,
I know y'all
Herman.
can't see me. Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Hannah.
Okay, I'm going to say one thing. I agree with the that said when you're married, it's a deal breaker. I kind of feel like, to me, oral sex is not a deal breaker, but I feel like when you're married, if your significant other went head every day of the week, then it's your job as their significant other to do it. And not lazily, like until the odds is to make you ahead. So I feel like it's not a deal breaker, but I agree with that. When you're married, it definitely should be, because why are you married if you can't do whatever your significant other wants you to do? You might as well stay single. That's
Right, Hannah. Herman, what did you want to say?
If balls are included.
Oh wait, Hannah, what were you saying? You said what?
I said, and the balls are included while giving head. That is all.
Hell yeah! I'm sorry, I had to come back to that.
Look at Bert with his ear to the screen.
Bert, like you better hear him get on up here. About all that, you better hear him get home.
I am 90 miles away.
You better hear him get home.
Hurry up! You better hurry up!
Oh, Lord.
I'm going on mute. I'm a mute. So, Herman, what did you want to say?
Well, at this point, I'm gonna just say yes. That's it. That's all niggas can say. But hold on. As brothers get older, there is a thing called erectile dysfunction. So I think that would be a necessity for women to do that to keep their man erect. You feel me? Even if you're not doing that already, there's a reason why that it should be implemented in the longer run. You guys see what I'm saying? So if you wasn't doing it before, you might got to start doing it when the brother is 50 or 60. You know what I'm saying? So I see. I get Kenny want to say something. Go ahead, Kenny.
Freddie wants to say
Freddie,
something.
my bad, Freddie.
Go ahead,
Okay.
Freddie.
So I'm 53 years old, and I deal with erectile dysfunction right now.
See,
So-
I knew I was gonna get somebody.
So I live by the little blue pills. Now, thank God I don't have to have them 100%. I use my little blue pills if I'm doing something special. Well, and let me say this for the record. People don't know this. I've been celibate for a year, and I chose to be celibate for a year because I was sleeping with the wrong type of women, and here in Atlanta, the fear was that I was going to catch something that I can't get rid of. Candace knows my story. I had chlamydia 4 times in a row, back to back to back to back, to the point where the nurse said, "Get your ass up out of here." So I was sleeping with a whole bunch of indiscriminates. So I had to make some changes. And living in Atlanta, you could be sleeping with a woman that's sleeping with the man that's sleeping with the man. So that's some scary shit. So I had to change my outlook.
Hey, y'all ain't celibate, bro.
So with that said, I had to pull all the way back, and I'm trying to make better decisions. But having said that, ain't nothing wrong with the little blue pill. If you got 2 people in the house, when I cut it out, I was sleeping with 2 26-year-olds, and I had to have a little bit of help to kind of hold my own there. Now, the other part of it, I want to say, I'm a single man now. No, I'm brutally honest. Candace will tell you I'm brutally honest. But I want to say this part as a single man, it ain't just the married part why it's important. Here's why it's also important. As a man, especially single, we don't have the luxury of having no bad dick reports out there. See, when you're married, you might not be able to give your all because you work too hard. You know, you're under stress. You had a headache that night. Oh my God, my stomach is too full. When you single, you might only get 1 crack at that nut. So that's why head is so important, because I know that the point I get her from A to Z and it's ready to go down, I don't have the luxury of putting a bad dick report out there, because women, y'all are brutal. Y'all way more brutal than men. See, a man will take some bad pussy and we'll think, I'll still give her a few more tries. But a woman will go and get on the phone and, girl, he didn't even know what he was doing, and he couldn't do this. So my thing is, if I've got to give you my A game, you damn sure better give me your A game.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. If I would have got chlamydia 2 times in a row, I probably would have been celibate. So
I'm gonna mute y'all. Lashida, you muted. Unmute yourself, Lashida. I can't mute you. I mean, I can't.
So my response to those young guys back in college, right? Back then, I have a different answer now. I'm not going to get it. But back then, I was like, my thoughts were, well, I really wasn't, for it. So I could see how the entertaining a third party or an open relationship could come into play when one party doesn't want to do everything. They're okay with you getting what you need somewhere else, as long as it maintains their relationship. I could see how a open relationship or a threesome could occur.
And you see, I don't like that, Lashida. I want to tell y'all about my experience. So the first person that I performed fellatio on was actually my first husband. For those that don't know, I was engaged while in college, off and on, because I did have my fun in college still. But he was the person that made me feel comfortable with doing it. I wasn't doing it to just everybody, but it was that my first husband. And so I didn't feel shame, because in high school, like I said before, they make Black women or Black girls feel like you're a hoe if you do that. I can recall stories in Herman and Joey and Lashida. Y'all may recall girls. There was a girl, I think our freshman year, in one of the dorms that was set up she just giving it man after man. It's a line in the dorms. I don't know if y'all remember that, but it just oh, look at Herman. They just exploit us at times when they do it, but they make it so normal for other races to do it. And so when I got with my ex-husband, because he's not my ex-husband now, I will say this: he was very gentle with me, and he made me feel okay to do it. So I do it now, and I'm not gonna say I'm the headmaster, but so, but we're gonna I'm gonna unmute everybody, and we'll go from there. So I want to get some of y'all.
Keep it alive.
So this is the problem. This is the problem right here. This is why men can't get open about stuff. It's because of comments. It's because of the comments. As soon as my man said, "Yo, I'm celibate," everybody was crying, laughing faces, and this and that. Yo, bro, you wildin' and all of that.
Right.
How could you be celibate? Like, y'all gotta chill, bro. Like, let that man live. Let that man live. We are black men. We gotta get. This is probably one of the only places he can get his shit off at. Let that man live, bro. This is an open door policy here. You feel me? Like, let that man live, bro.
Oh my God.
So I want to go to the last topic because Lashida, that was a good topic. So, if y'all have any other topics, definitely bring them. I want to do this again with the ladies in. But the last topic is, well, you know what?
I have a question.
Oh, go ahead.
So if the head is bad, the sex is good, will you compromise?
I couldn't really hear what she said.
If the head is bad and the sex is good, would you compromise?
Long as you're willing to improve.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if the head is at the end, then it's cool.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
We
she
can put it and make it right. But
long as she willing to practice.
Keep
Long as you
trying.
know practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect.
Practice makes perfect.
We good.
Yeah, we'll let you practice all the time too. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's like 2 days in football. You gotta go to 2 days. Yeah.
You get
But what constitutes good head? Niggas got a nut every time from head?
Nah, it's just
Not necessarily. Nah, not really. Not for
you know,
me.
good
I'm
head.
just playing devil's advocate. I understand.
Yeah.
I muted some of you because it's like background noise somewhere and I can't figure it out. So I want to go to the last topic. This is what's hot right now on the blogs. So apparently T.I. and Tiny invite people into a relationship. They drug them and they get it popping. And at first I thought it was a rumor, but when Shekinah came out and said that the girl that originally put them on blast was sending in the girls, and when T.I. said what happens in their bedroom goes, it's their business, I believe it's going down. So what are y'all thoughts on that? And I'm gonna let you, Lashida, talk first.
They're drugging them. That's just whack. I mean, if you're inviting them, okay, somebody, they might want to go in their bedroom, but you're drugging them. That is not fair game.
I'm not gonna say necessarily drugging them, but it's a situation where, let's say we're smoking weed, we're doing Xanax, and they expecting the girl to do the X or the Xanax. So they're not necessarily just drugging them, but they're expecting them to participate.
I think it's one of those things. How much is expected? Like, how much are you talking about it before you get? You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to ragdoll.
These are some high.
Fellatio.
These are some high level.
And Bree said, "Are we giving head?" Yes, we're giving head. I do. I don't know of any black women.
And anal.
Oh shit, that's another episode. That's another episode. But going back, Lashida, go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I like I said, I like being transparent. So if it's put on the table, these are our choices. Then let them be. Why are you in their bedroom? Now, if they don't know, just like the Cosby thing. If they don't know, and if you being drugged, that's just not fair. That's not cool. You know what I mean? Yes, two people, but you don't know what you're getting into, even if it was one person. I don't like that part of it.
Why we gotta bring Cosby?
Everybody, Atlanta needs to
They
get out
knew in
their
Cosby.
bedroom.
They knew in Cosby though.
Huh?
They knew in Cosby. It wasn't unknowingly taking drugs.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I thought I was typing this in the regular chat, so comment.
I think relationships are. I gotta hurry up for my battery guy. But I think relationships are to each their own. I think people need to get out of other people's relationships. What two people agree is between them. If they agree that they want more people, then that's their agreement under their terms. Get out of their business. That's my personal opinion.
Okay, Kenny.
Candace, let me ask you, who made these allegations? Is it just one person or is numerous?
It was a lady that came out. She has the glam school. I forgot her name. She's like a blogger. She has a glam school, and she was friends with Tiny. She had her sons be around T.I. I don't know what happened. Apparently they pissed her off, but she brought it all out. And once she brought it out, 14 or 15 other girls came forward and said, like, hey, they drugged me. They did this.
Well, I mean, my thing is, if that's the case, man, I mean, that's crazy. My thing is, as a married couple, T.I. and Tiny, whatever they do together, that's on them. I ain't trying to tell nobody what to do in their bedroom. But if you drugging women and you trying to set them up, I mean, that's not cool. But I will say this, everything you read may not be true. I'm not saying T.I. and Tiny are they innocent until proven guilty, but where there's smoke, there's fire is what they always say. So if you got somebody saying this and then you got some other people coming out kind of corroborating that original story, obviously there's been something going on. And if I was T.I., I probably would have to be high to mess with Tiny, but that's just me.
Yeah, and this opens up the door. Let everybody else talk. This opens up the door. I don't know who watches Real Housewives of Atlanta, but these same allegations are brought towards Kandi. Apparently, she had a sex done. She was drugging people. This is what Portia said. So this opens up that door to maybe Phaedra and Portia were not lying when they said this about Kandi. But I'm gonna move on to Herman. Are you there? We'll move to Bert. Oh, go ahead, Herman.
All right, wait, I missed everything. What happened?
So T.I. and Tiny have allegations.
Oh yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I heard that.
So go. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, if that's what they on, that's what they on. But now drugging I think if the women know that they're getting drugged prior, that's cool. But if you just come in, I'm in T.I. and Tiny house, and then they slipping Mickeys in their drinks and they not knowing, it's like, whoa, bro. That's crazy. So, but the understanding is that everybody knows what's going on, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, that shit is a big party. That's a party. That's college. That's college.
But the girls are saying that they didn't know and it's rape.
Oh, no, that's cap. That's cap. Nah, I don't even want to talk about that no more because that's the bullshit. That's the bullshit. Yeah, y'all can go to somebody else because I'm not even gonna get into that. Yeah, that's the bullshit.
All right, Bert, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, the way I feel, I mean, teach his own. I mean, that's what they do. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not down for, you drugging somebody unsuspectedly and then having your way with it. Nothing like that. That's like great. That's great. So no, I'm not down with that. But I mean, if they want to introduce somebody to their bedroom, then I mean that's on them. Until all the other facts start coming out, then I'll have a judgment on what's going on in their life. But I mean, some of it, I don't know. Some of it sounds a little far-fetched, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, how long ago did this happen? I mean, as far as what was going on? What was the
It's been happening for over the years. Apparently he's got with young girls, and T.I. did not deny it. He said what goes on in their bedroom is their business.
Yeah, I would have to wait for more. I'm not even going to speak on that anymore. But I mean, as far as introducing somebody else to your bedroom, I mean, if that's what make it work, then so be it. But just make sure, because a lot of times when you do that, a lot of times it can be sideways on either end. I've never really seen that portion really work out for a married couple, because either the man is fucking up or the woman, she get caught up into something or whatever, or the man decides. I mean, I know an issue. I've heard an issue where a man had 2 women sleep in his crib, wife and the other woman. He still wound up dipping out and fucking up the whole thing. So I mean, to each his own.
Okay, well, thank you, Bert. So, Lee, what are your thoughts?
Okay, let me say for the record, guys, I'm going to be covering this as well on my show tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, Real Talk for Real Men. I'll be covering hot topics. I would love to have you guys come in. We're going to examine it from the perspective of how it affects relationships. So that's number one. So what I'm about to say may not be popular. I think my opinion on this is it's the price of fame. Because for me, whether it's true or not, that's not my main issue. My thing is the timing. I'm reading some of the comments. It's very auspicious that this is coming out just now. But of course, we know that we're in the Me Too era. We know that it's popular, so that when one person come out, all of a sudden, roaches come out the woodwork that this happened to me, and I felt so unempowered, and now I want to speak on it. So let me keep it real with you guys. And the reason I say it's the price of fame. I'm so transparent. I'm nobody. I'm just a regular guy that works. And my thing is, I've done everything R. Kelly's done. Not barring the unagedness now. Let me say this. So I want to say I didn't chase the unaged, but pissing on women, T.I., you supposed to drug them. You damn right I've done all of that. With their consent, as somebody said. So for me, it's always been open and upfront. If you cross my threshold, you know what you're coming in here to do. So my thing is that we can wait 7, 8, 10 years later, and all of a sudden we can bring this up. And if I ever rise to the level of fame, I guarantee you there's going to be roaches coming out the woodwork saying that, you know what? I remember when he did this to me. You nasty, filthy, no good bitch, you.
I'm laughing at roaches, Lee.
You put your legs clean back behind your ears, slucked and fucked all you wanted to, and now you want to come forward now when it's convenient and talk about what you had a problem with and things like that. My thing is, you wasn't complaining when it was happening, when the money was for. Now you want to come forward. It's the price of fame, in my opinion. And T.I., unfortunately, is in a position where he cannot win. If he speak out too strongly, he's putting gasoline to the fire. It's going to blow up even bigger. So they have to release some statement. But you know what? If that works between him and his wife, and that's how they sexually get down, because I maintain people are way nastier than you ever want to imagine. Ever want to imagine. You know what I'm saying? And so that public face we see, that's the accountant, the director, that's this and that, behind closed doors.
The preacher.
Well, when I tell you they let you put a rope around their neck and call them a donkey and they do all kinds of shit. So all of a sudden you want to come forward now talking about what's wrong with it. And these happens to be these nasty, filthy, no good bitches that ain't got nothing going for them, that all of a sudden they want to complain. I know what T.I.'s thinking. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, bravo, T.I. Keep quiet, because you got to protect your interests. He has restaurants, money, business interests. He can't. I'm a nobody, so I can sit here and say this right now because I ain't got nothing to protect. So if you want to come after me, yes, I'm telling you, they out of stuff down their throat and they didn't drip a drop. They didn't drip one nasty drop, you filthy no goods.
and
Boy, you wild, Black.
The new term for all that is a sneaky link. That's what I'm finding it. I'm in a ladies group and they be trying to hook up in my ladies group with each other.
Sneaky link.
It's called a sneaky link. I haven't had it.
People are nastier than they ever want to admit.
All the act is a sneaky link.
Yes.
It's 50 Shades of Brown.
Now, I admit how nasty I am.
I'm nasty too, but I'm nasty with my man, not people outside my marriage. Like that's
So
a lot.
define nasty.
Say it again,
What is
Candace.
nasty? Define nasty.
I'm gonna let the other ladies define it, Kitty.
Anything out of the norm, my brother.
What's the norm? What's out of the norm?
Oh, now niggas don't know the norm.
Graveyards, churches, grocery stores, spitting in their mouth, belts around their neck. Yeah.
Fellatio.
So, do you guys invite other people into your link up with your main partner?
I've done it.
Men or women?
Oh, Candace. Now I've invited men, but I ain't do nothing with them. Yeah, I've had buddies that wanna get down. My thing is, I've orchestrated it. I've sat there and played the music. Partner, get that pussy. You ain't hitting it right. Handle your business. You know what I'm saying? You damn right. Now I ain't doing nothing with him, but I'm saying absolutely, yeah. When you got somebody, it's you turn out.
Wait, your wife? Your wife, bro?
Nah, this is not my wife. Nah, this not. Now that's where we draw the limit.
Let's be clear. Let's be clear.
These are the speak-offs. I just told y'all before I went celibate, I had two 26-year-olds. I had to quit them hoes because they was gonna kill me.
Damn.
I want to talk.
Nigga, celibate with Lee, nigga. You ain't go celibate, nigga. Celibate with Lee.
I'm done, partner. Let me tell you the best thing about me right now is I can pull out my phone and pull up my health forum from AIU and tell you I got a clean bill of health. A nigga ain't got nothing but the health. And I'm protecting that with every part of my being. I'm a new virgin. I'm a 2021 virgin. Before I give it away again, I can't do it. I had to get out the game.
Nah, I feel you. 2020, hey, 2020 was a good year to sit out.
Straight up. Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
That was the time not to sit out because that they're just there with you.
No. Because we were forced to be behind closed doors, there's going to be a lot of crooked babies coming out here with all kinds of eyes in the middle of their head and every kind of else and shit. That's going to be going on.
Candace. The man just told you, he sat here and told you he had chlamydia 4 times in a row. And you sit up here trying to tell this man that he should have just kept going.
Now,
what you ever get, Candace? Like,
no, I
what you ever win?
No, first of all, I'll say this about
Atlanta is a big college.
Yeah.
It's a college.
Why?
See, that's why I'm glad I met my husband outside of Atlanta. Like
shit, it go down other places too, but
yeah.
It ain't going down in my other places.
Little do you know,
Herman. So I want to get everybody's final thoughts. This show was fun. I want to get everybody's final thoughts though, and whoever wants to jump in, I'll let you go. I'm gonna go.
Wow, final thoughts.
Well, Candace. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, please, sweetheart.
I'm sorry, y'all can't see me. I have to make sure that we are on charge for it cut me all around. But I definitely think, and I'm all for relationships, and I'm all for going all out in a relationship. So whatever you and your partner agree, that's what I'm down for. Just to be completely transparent, you definitely should know a person or get to know a person as much as you can before marriage. Not try everything or drive the car for a full year before you get married type of thing. But just like I said, just know that that person is being truthful with you. So when you're growing together, you're growing together. So those are my final words. So I'm not here to judge what you are not going to do. Clearly, fellatio is what y'all say? It is a deal breaker. So
I was gonna say, Lashida, I hope you, whoever you find, I hope you're giving them fellatio. Don't let it.
Well, I hope they're my husband.
Because
I'm just saying,
it's good when you enjoy it and when you let go.
I'm just saying, my husband will be pleased. That's all I gotta say.
Well, that nigga ain't gonna be your husband if you ain't starting out like that.
I'm gonna let Kenny go.
Oh man, this show went to the left real quick, man. My mind is just spinning. But I guess I'm gonna speak on the rejection because I think women have this thing about that they feel like they don't get rejected. They got this thing that men, we don't do that. Believe it or not, ladies, I'm gonna give you a fact. Men, we do reject women, and we reject them from a number of reasons. But the way we reject women is totally different than the way y'all do, because you all reject men at a higher rate than we do. So always don't think that you ain't. I'm gonna say, don't think that your shit don't stink, because it's gonna stink to some men. That's my final thoughts.
No, I agree, but y'all ain't turning down no pussy. I'm gonna just
Yeah,
say that.
yeah. No, we gonna turn down some too. Yeah, no, that's a fact. I've turned down some.
Well, maybe I'm so clean. I've never been turned down. So.
No, I turned down some.
I told you it's about how people carry themselves.
Because you know why I turned it down? Because she wasn't trying to get no fellatio. So, there you go. We out. Yep, that's a wrap.
All right, so Herman, thank you, Kenny. Herman, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts is love is love, man. Love is love. Just keep it at that. If you love a person, do whatever it takes to love them, and they're gonna love you, and it's good. Like, you ain't gotta worry about shit else, bro. That's it. Easy as that.
All right. Well, thank you, Herman. Bert, what are your thoughts?
Just make sure you have that communication when you're meeting up with somebody. Make sure everything is out there on the table. You know what I'm saying, and make sure that when it comes to fellatio, we don't mind if you practice. We'll always be there.
I know y'all will be there for practice. I know.
We're gonna be like AI. We're gonna be there.
All right. Well, thank you, Bert. I'm gonna go to Joey, and then I'm gonna save Lee for last because Lee is like my co-host. So I'm gonna go to Joey next. So Joey, unmute yourself because I can't unmute you.
I got you. Like I said before, man. Just be patient when you for women to bring patience. That's gonna lead to understanding. Honesty is gonna lead to learning each other. Fellatio is gonna lead to it lasting. So there you go.
All right, thank you, Joey. Well, I saved Lee for last because he keeps.
I'm an idiot because I'm an idiot. but thank you for having me on. Number one, whether y'all know it or not, this is very therapeutic for me because I'm leaving your comments. I really am celibate. People don't know. Seriously, I really am. And I'm proud of myself. It's been over a year. I never in my wildest dreams thought I could be in this position. It's been over a year. But by doing shows like this, it gives me an opportunity to be honest. And I am transparent. I'm just a blunt person. So I thank you, Candace, for having me, number one. I appreciate you guys more than you know. And so the big takeaway for this show for me is, I guess women, y'all should understand fellatio is really that important. It really, really is. But Candace, you made some beautiful points about that. No shame shouldn't be attached to it. It's sad that with African-American people, we attach taboos and shame to sex, and other races do not. And that's a big part of what creates a divide between us, and that's the reason why you see us going to different races for different things. So I know that's getting deep, but I'm gonna leave it at that. Having said that, thank you guys for having me. Please, if you have not, please subscribe to my channel, Real Talk for Real Men. Tell some friends about it. Thank you guys for having me, and this is therapy for me, so I love it.
Yes. And I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank all my hosts, Kenny, Lashida, my cousin Lynn, Herman, Joey, Lee, and Bert, and Hannah. I've enjoyed this show. This was very entertaining. I want to thank you all for commenting. Make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe to The Candy Shop. Again, this is the Lions Den meets Ladies Night. Thank you. Bye-bye. Oh, I'm trying.